What are you looking for?
Okay. Quick last minute test.
Test, hello, check.
All right, let's do this.
Goth Yearbook After Hours.
Whoa. Oh, good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of Goth Yearbook After Hours. It is I, your host, as always, Eric, aka the Eric Wynn. And with me, as always, is the hostess with the mostest, Caitlin, aka the Caitlin D. Caitlin, how is it crack-a-lack-a-lackin'? How's it Sherman?
I was like, Eric, you could have gone with the actual drug that I'm on, and you just went for a random one. Yeah. So I accidentally,
Whoopsie.
oops, oops,
Oh.
I slipped on some mushrooms earlier. No, no, I was like intending to microdose, and it is a microdose. I'm not like shrooming out super hardcore. At least I don't think. But like, I forgot that tonight's episode was an hour earlier than we're normally
I like
doing.
that that's the angle where you're like, I thought I had a whole nother hour to get into this nice little headspace.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no stranger to mushrooms. I know how they go, and I just thought I would be like, oh, I'll like see how, you know, whatever shroomy I
Right.
get, and
right.
and then by 9, I'll at least be able to like fully contain myself. If, to be honest, I forgot that we were doing this tonight. I thought it was tomorrow night.
It just comes out.
Well, but it's like there's my consciousness is like so split throughout the day that like sometimes I'll remember we're doing it tonight, sometimes I won't,
Yeah.
and then I'll just like make an impulsive decision. I also like went and bought watercolors after work today and like
You had like a whole thing planned, it sounds like.
no, I that was before I even took the mushrooms. I just like
Oh,
sat on my couch and like did a whole watercolor painting.
nice.
I'm just going through some stuff right now. As as we all are. I've been seeing so many clients lately because I'm just like at this new workplace and my body
Mm.
is collapsing under the weight of everyone's trauma, basically. And so I was like, I must paint. And I did, and it helped a little bit. And then I went and watered the garden and got on the phone with my good friend Jordan,
Shouts out.
who is shouts out Jordan, who never listens to any of these episodes, but she's my best friend. And
But she's
it's
my
okay.
best friend.
He's my best friend. And we were talking about psychedelics, and I was like, oh, I got some good mushrooms. So I take a little bit, see how that goes. And it's just like in the moment, And it
So,
was funny because right after I took them, I was sitting in the yard with Prince, and I was off the phone, and this fucking hummingbird came and like hovered right in front of my face for a minute, and I was like, hello.
so, hello, Mr. Hunt. So was my text message to you like 40 minutes ago? And I was like, hey, I'm just, my laptop's doing a restart, and then I'll send you the Zoom link. Was that your like indication, like, hey, we're doing a show tonight?
Yeah, exactly. And I had just finished cooking dinner. And I was like sitting down and I was like having one of those meals where like I actually wasn't doing anything but eating,
Really
which you
savoring it.
which you can really only do on psychedelics. I
Yeah.
feel like these days. Just
No Netflix, no nothing.
oh, I was like, I don't need Netflix. I'm just gonna watch this beautiful sunset while I eat my tempeh. And then like you text me that and I was like, well,
Oh,
I guess the universe has different plans for me tonight.
I meant to post something on the Instagram, but this is the time specifically of 8 o'clock. This is just special for this evening because we have our guest who's going to be on in just a moment, who is coming from the East Coast. But we are moving forward. This show will now be on Wednesday evening, so put that in your calendar and smoke it.
True that.
True that. Well, before we get to our guest, we did pull up some horoscopes. Should we read one of those horoscopes for the day? See how. So the end
Yeah,
of the
read
day
mine
too.
first.
Yeah, you got. Do you want? All right, I pulled up two different options. Do you want Elle, classic fashion magazine Elle, or do you want the Cafe Astrology?
Give me cafe astrology and then L.
You're viewing for the Taurus of the day. You're viewing your goals and performance through a realistic lens today, dear Taurus, and this clarity helps boost your decision-making ability. Simplifying in your professional life can be
Whoa.
especially helpful to you with Saturn
Oh no.
with Saturn transiting your solar 10th house, and today this task comes naturally. Self-improvement efforts seem to tie in with your long-term or career goals at this time. Putting personal problems behind you may be vital to enjoying more success. You seem better equipped to spot problem areas, and your mindset is geared towards the long term. Good energy is with you for analysis in career or business matters. Even so, the moon transits your partnership sector all day, and relationships are a strong force. Creativity, good. Love, good. Business, good.
Hell yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
No, that was all right on. Especially I obviously didn't improve my decision making ability because I couldn't even choose which horoscope and that's been like a running theme that's like coming up for me. You know how like I don't know. I life has chapters, and like this chapter or like the problems I'm like continuously confronting right now are all about my inability to like decide between things, and like I'm literally like working two jobs because I like them both right now, and it's killing me. And like and
That's
like
true.
but also I'm like I know what I'm going to do. It's just like I haven't wanted to like make the decision final because I have commitment issues I'm learning.
Well, and you're also, I mean, to be fair, you got to fill out the other place, you know. We can't, I don't know how much you really want to go into the nitty gritty
I
of it,
don't.
but
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
but you're filling things out, you know, too soon to be
Right.
making hardcore decisions. All right.
I've already made my hardcore decision. I'm
Your
just like
hardcore
being a
healing
pussy
decision.
about acting on it. Yeah. And let's hear what Elle magazine has in the stars for me.
Okay. L, which has a cool little drawing. This one's a little shorter. As you scale the ladder of success, Taurus, your instinct may be to take on more and more by your lonesome. Competent
Ooh.
as you are, you'll do even better with some extra support. And today's productive Sun-Saturn alliance could lead you to a mentor or professional consultant who can help you plot your next big move. Why spend all your time and energy wearing all those hats when you can tap into external resources? Put your pride aside and enlist some assistance.
I did exactly that today, and had the chiropractor adjust me.
That was actually inner turmoil for you. You were going through some things about that.
Yeah, is this even worth telling? I
Probably
just have
not.
so much trouble asking for help that even I'm like working at a chiropractor office and we get adjustments, and like the receptionist earlier, I was like walking like a robot, and she was like, you know, like the chiropractor has like all these slots open before noon if you like want him to work on you. And he was like in the other office, and I knew he could hear this conversation, and I was like desperately in pain and desperately needed a chiropractic adjustment, and I was in a chiropractor office where they were offering me an adjustment, and I was like, no, I'm okay, thank you. And then I think I apologized.
I'm
and
so
then I
sorry
went,
you even asked.
I'm so sorry that I exist in a physical body. And then I like went home and ate lunch, and I was like, oh my God, Caitlin, you need to just go in and be like, assert yourself. And I went in and did end up getting one. But that was a fun journey for me, realizing like even when someone is offering me exactly what I need, and it like costs them nothing. It's like already part of what the arrangement. I'm
Right.
like, no, not me.
Oh boy. I
All
know
right,
that one
let's see
very
what's
well. Yeah, like,
yeah.
let's burn through the Aquarius real quickly, and then we'll let our guests into the room.
So this is from Daily Horoscopes. Aquarius. You may be very excited about a new idea, and you probably want to plunge right in. When something captures your attention and inspires your creative spirit, you can often think of nothing else. But to make the most of this idea, Aquarius, you need to hold back until you have thought it through completely. And until you have come up with the logical plan.
That is very
Although you are certainly capable of winging it, given your innovative nature, being ready with a strategy will put you ahead by leaps and bounds.
that when you say that's very spot on for me, because like with the show at least, like I always am. I'll like message you randomly and be like, all right, well, we should do this thing, and then like I'll go to work on it. But rather than like pausing and trying to like actually be like thoughtful about it or like plan like more strategically anything like that. Like I'm just making art immediately for whatever the thing is. Like it's like half the time it's like the ideas are more like, oh, this would be like a cool art thing. Why don't I like say like, oh, I'll wash everyone's car in Los Angeles tonight, just because I saw this picture of like the moon that looks really cool.
Oh my god, I do remember the time that you were like, I'm like so stressed out at work. There's so much going on, and like I have like 12 you literally have 12 pets that you take care of, and like you were just, and I'm not kidding, for anyone listening, Eric literally has 12 pets.
Yeah.
Including chickens, dogs, cats, whatever. And you were like, I'm just so stressed out. And then I saw you post on Instagram that like, if anyone like sent you a screenshot of something of like their donation to like, and this is great of you. It was like a Black Lives Matter movement or so, like organization that you would like curate a playlist for them and make art for it and like all this shit. And I was like, Eric, are you okay?
Yeah, I don't. No. The short answer is no. You know what? Let's get our guest in and see, maybe read their horoscope. Joining us, telecommuting, I'm going to admit them now, astral projecting from Los Angeles, we do have the rocker Suzi Moon joining us, hopefully here.
Suzi.
See, I should have clicked it a little bit earlier. As you can see, for the listeners who are at least watching, the viewers at home on the YouTube, you can see that Suzi is technically there in a tiny little square art thing on her Zoom box. But otherwise, we are still reaching out to her. I'll text her real quickly. But Caitlin, while I do, you want to tell a grand story about a synagogue?
This is the moment. We tried to conspire to not make this happen, and the universe was like, this has to happen.
Yeah.
So there's like this meme going around that I sent Eric. That's like this indecipherable lettering, and it's this very tongue-in-cheek, like, if you reverse this message, you will see like the message you are meant to see. It's like, I don't know, one of those, like, it looks like it's gonna be one of those metaphysical like tests for your psyche or whatever, where it's like, what are you seeing in the message? And when you turn it over, it just says, go fuck yourself.
Right.
But it reminded me, and I was actually reminiscing about this last night with the girl that I did this with, one of the girls, but when I was in my early 20s, I think that fucking movie Exit Through the Gift Shop had just come out. Oh, Lord. And so like that plus being a stupid 21-year-old and like having stupid 21-year-old friends, we were like, let's get spray paint. And then we were just like spray painting the stuff around her house though. Like we were doing the coffee table outside and, you know, like all this stuff. But then we just got so drunk. We were like, let's go fucking spray paint the building next door.
Oh, I forgot that's what it was. Okay.
It was across the street. Yeah, like you should go far away if you're gonna go tag some dumb shit. We didn't even know what the building next door was. And we spray painted the entire alleyway. She reminded me some of the stuff that we painted. They actually spray painted their names.
Oh my god. What a nightmare.
I wrote and then like towards the end of the night, one of the things I wrote was it's just so cringy. It just hurts to even say out loud. I'm like, my palms just started sweating, being like, Caitlin, just keep this to yourself. You don't have to tell everyone this. No, I'm gonna do it. It was like, oh, Romeo, you are an asshole was one of the things I wrote. I had just gotten dumped, obviously. Yeah, and then
boy.
Yeah, and then I turned the corner because we had literally covered the entire alleyway with spray paint. So I like went around to the side of the street that was like visible. It's incredible that we didn't get arrested this night, honestly, because we were just like drunk up our asses, like on a busy street. And I saw this door and I had this like big moment of like, you know what? Like, I'm going to write something really empowering and like full of like heart-centeredness and love. And so I wrote, go fuck yourself, because in my mind, I was like, yeah, like go fuck yourself. Don't wait for someone else to fuck you. And it was like,
in your mind, you're like, it's like a beautiful, like,
it's like,
like,
yeah, and then I turned the corner because we had literally covered the entire alleyway with spray paint. So I like went around to the side of the street that was like visible. It's incredible that we didn't get arrested this night, honestly, because we were just like drunk up our asses, like on a busy street. And
in your mind, you're like, it's like a beautiful, like, We should all go fuck ourselves, really.
Exactly. It was very meaningful, and like I thought it was really sweet and empowering. And then we woke up the next morning. I was like late for a job interview that I did not get at a tequila bar. um, you gotta be real
Dang.
trouble to not get a job at a tequila bar too
Darn.
when you're like in your early 20s. And we walk outside. There's spray paint cans all over their front deck and just empty. And like literally, I cannot believe that we didn't get in trouble for this because it was like a trail of spray paint like leading up to the house and then empty spray paint cans like on their front lawn. And next door, the building was just covered in obnoxious, horrible spray paint. And I just saw like the words "go fuck yourself" in red, and it looked so aggressive. And I was like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. And that's when we realized that it was a fucking synagogue.
Oh.
Hey guys.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, okay,
oh.
I'm in. Hi.
We did it. Oh my goodness.
So sorry. You know, it was like silent. Usually I can hear like the people in the room, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
And
weird.
I'm sorry, I had the Zoom on, but I was doing other shit. So like I just didn't hear you guys talking.
It's okay. Well, you came literally at the exact right moment.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good.
How are you
Welcome.
this evening?
Hi. Look at you guys with your Caitlin, you're so cute with your little headphones on.
Thank you, Eric. You
Yeah,
don't look,
fuck me.
Eric. You're
I'm
not
like that
shit.
synagogue. Go fuck myself.
Hi, Eric.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We
This is great. I'm stoked.
we were actually just doing horoscopes. What do you know? What is your
Cool.
sign?
Taurus.
Oh,
Oh, we just read it. I'll read
Yeah.
it to you as well, though.
Cool. Exciting.
no. let's do a
What?
different one because I have
Yeah.
a different horoscope for Taurus.
Okay.
We haven't read this one yet.
Perfect.
I'm also a Taurus. That's why we already
Yay.
read it.
Yeah.
What day are you?
May 17th.
Ooh, I'm May
Oh.
7th. Hey.
To the 7th? My
Yeah.
boyfriend's birthday's 8th.
What?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Taurus
Taurus
power.
party.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, right?
You may feel inclined to defer to someone who wants what you want, choosing to take second.
Never.
Just immediately fuck that.
All right, never mind. Choosing to take
Just kidding.
second best just to get along. You can be very humble and gracious that way, Taurus, but think ahead. You may not always care about getting along with this person.
Oh my God.
You may
Yeah.
you may also regret having given up on what you want. If this is cause for thought, then put off doing anything for the time being. Once you make your move, you may not be able to change it. Sleep on it, or at least do some deep thinking before you accept less than you deserve. Well, it sounds like you're not about to
Yeah,
accept less than you deserve. So
Yeah.
good for you.
But you know, it's always a good reminder to sleep on things, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like just always, like if there's anything fucking big, take a goddamn nap, you know, before you make a decision. That's gotten me out of some like really stupid choices before.
That is definitely something that I consider it like one of my primary laws of adulthood that I learned in my 30s. Like if I am too tired that thinking about doing something or making a decision about something makes me upset, like I just should not do it. I need to like go to sleep and then do it in the morning. And it's usually there's some really cool quote about that from a fairy tale that I can only half remember, but it's something about like the morning having wisdom that the night doesn't, basically.
The morning's glow brings a new wisdom to you. Blah blah blah.
Yes,
Snuggle your cat.
That was it. Yeah.
Snuggling.
Yeah.
I just read
There we
it.
go. I wrote it. No, I'm kidding. That part about the Taurus thing being humble though, like what's that? No, I don't know.
I did hear a recent quote from Warren Buffett where he said, I loved it too. He said, like, you can always tell someone to go fuck themselves tomorrow, which I think is actually really great because it's so easy to like fall into like
I
impulsive
like
things
it.
when you interact with people that you're really fucking pissed at. And it's like, you can't always tell someone. I know it's like you want so badly to tell that person to go fuck themselves when you're really heated. Sometimes you gotta sleep on it, and then you wake up and you're like, you know what? I'm still gonna send that email to my grandma telling her to go fuck herself.
God, you know
By
what?
the way, Grandma, your cookies ain't shit.
Sometimes though, especially like me a few years ago, if I was like PMSing, you truly cannot wait to tell that person to go fuck
I know,
themselves. That
right?
shit is happening now. It's like the most important thing.
You instantly feel better.
What's this fancy drink I spied in your hand?
This is, well, I call it La Crotch. It's crotch.
I call it that too.
You do? Oh my God, yes. Great. Because why the fuck did they have to come up with that fucking name? I mean, you know, and I was staring at the box of crotch the other night and I'm like, well, I get it. As far as marketing goes, they've got a name where everyone's going to battle over how to pronounce it. You know?
Yeah.
And it's going to be memorable for that reason.
Yeah, and everyone says LaCroix, right? Which is
Right.
not even how you pronounce it.
I would say La Croix.
Right. Well, that's
know?
the French pronunciation, but like because it's Midwestern, I think people are like incapable of pronouncing anything the correct way.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if that's the case, then just call it crotch, because then at least we're having fun. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm like, baby, hand me another crotch.
Yeah.
That's
Hell
like
yeah.
the.
Or do you want one of my crotches? Yeah. Anyway, so this is these are I've got two of my grandma's crystals.
Nice.
Yeah. So the other two fucking broke in between her place in Seattle and me, you know, acquiring them. But I did a little celebration tonight and an unboxing video because my vinyl came in.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
And I like put on a fancy dress and put on a little fur coat and I poured myself some crotch in a fancy glass and I did a whole unboxing video, like celebratory style. So
I love it. And I love your
Mhm.
eyeliner too for the listeners at home. Suzi's rocking some very cool white cat eye.
they're not going to see this, are they? Are they?
For the YouTubers will. Just not the
YouTube viewers
podcast.
are.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's my camera? If it's it.
And it looks like you're like waiting to go on stage at a comedy club.
Yeah,
like
I was just
you're-
gonna say. It's like
The
she's about to do a set. Yeah, you look like you're about to do a set.
I love that, dude. Props to fucking stand-up comedians, though. That's terrifying. I don't. I would never fuck with that shit. But it's funny you say that because, well, you know, Caitlin, you were my first guest on the show Rockin' Closets that I just started. You know, and we did that. I was sitting on my couch with shitty natural light and like everything was fucked. But a few weeks in, I was like, okay, you know, this has gotten better quickly because you see other people set up and I wanted to step it up, you know, but I didn't really know what I was doing that first time. So now I've got these little fill lights and this is the only spot in my apartment that has this strip of brick. It's just one tiny strip. The rest of my apartment's just, you know, average white wall. So I moved everything
nice.
that was here. And I was like, that's it. I'm taking over that nook. And that's going to be my backdrop, you know?
It's very like MTV in the 90s.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, welcome to Rockin' Closets. Like,
exactly.
You got like
Which is totally your whole vibe. You can see Eric has also been really inspired by other people's backgrounds.
Yeah, I found an old 1950s screen projector. Or not projector,
I love it.
screen
You know
itself.
what? It's blank and it inspires me to just dream, you know?
The blank canvas for which our days can begin. Yeah, I do like the leather jacket, like the gloves. It's almost like a Andrew Dice Clay vibe going on over there. Suzi Dice Moon.
I was feeling more Dave Vanian from The Damned, but
Fuck
I'll take that. I mean, it's Goth Yearbook, you guys. What the fuck? Why am I the only one in leather? This is bullshit.
We have gotten that note before.
Mine's in the at the dry cleaners.
Fair.
Nice. We got some questions actually. It might be a good segue question because someone wanted to know what is your favorite alcoholic drink?
Ooh, well, I don't drink anymore.
Oh,
but
samesies.
Same.
I know. You know,
Except
I
for sometimes.
I can spend a lot more money on clothes and merch for my band and you know, like a gym membership and things that ultimately make my life better, you know. Plus with the pandemic and stuff, I mean, I've gone through periods of sobriety, long periods of sobriety, and then off the wagon and then on the wagon, but this time around, it's not even like I'm not counting any days. I'm not giving it any power. I'm just not fucking drinking. And there may come a time when I drink again. But right now, it's all about the crotch. But when I did used to drink, and something that I think my brain will always, kind of romanticize is an ice cold pint of beer from a draft.
Yeah, for sure.
There's just something about that that's like this refreshing thing, and like the flavor of it is very like summer, and like there's just something that my brain remembers of being like very nice and tasty about an ice cold beer. So
like a lager or a pilsner.
Yeah.
There's something.
Yeah, just something bubbly, and and cold. And big.
Yeah, one of these days they're gonna have a bar that's just La Croche on draft.
Oh my god,
people like
we'll be there like.
Yeah.
Caitlin, what about you? Do you have a favorite alcoholic drink that's like if you had to like pick one that was gonna be with you for the rest of your life?
I absolutely love red wine. And especially like when I'm cooking, like I just love like drinking wine and cooking. Like there's something about like the table culture of like
totally.
wine. Like I love that whole, I don't know. And then when you don't drink too much of it, it's like such a sweet fucking mood you get in, you're just like relaxed and you're laughing and you feel like you want to fuck, and it's just like it's just like the stars look all sparkly. It's really cool. And then you have like one sip too much and you're like, oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. Oh, the worst when when it's like that one drink too many and you realize that you're like, I was supposed to pace myself and this is the one that's gonna take this night into a different direction.
Well, and if it's like tequila or something that you're drinking too much, like you're just gonna have like at least if you're me, you're just gonna like take more clothing off and have more fun and get like kind of
you get so
slutty,
warm, such a warm feeling. Is there such a thing as like the right amount of tequila? Like that's not fucking possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I honestly, the answer to this question is like a lot of things, because I do love alcohol. I can't fucking handle it anymore. Like I'll drink and it'll just make me so depressed and sad the next day. And like I think it's just one of those things where whether it's a time in my life or it's just like the fact that I'm 30 going on 34 now, like it's my body just has more trouble processing it, and like the amount of stuff I have to do day to day to like keep my life together, it's just that it's harder to like just let go and have fun and then like immediately move on with my life. It's like I don't like feeling like shit anymore. For the most part I like work out and eat healthy and like sleep a lot. So when I do drink a lot, I'm like, oh
I
God.
know. It's not the same as it was like in your 20s. And I remember when I was 29 and I was like, this is it. This is the year. Well, you better get all this shit out of your system. And sure enough, as soon as I hit 30, and I'm gonna be 32 in May, it was like I'm not enjoying this like I used to, and I really feel like I want to be 100% every day. There is so much shit to do, and I like feeling good. Why would I want to feel like crap? But red wine, there's something lovely about red wine, and like you said, when you're cooking and stuff, like it's a fun little moment, but what about you, Eric? Did you have a favorite?
I was like, okay, like real talk, I was such a
oh, there's a doggy.
Yeah,
Murph is making a special appearance.
Hi, Murph.
He was like
he's our co-producer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Murph, hi everyone. Oh, I'm Murph. That's my Murph voice.
Hi, Murph.
He was like he wanted to like get up on the chair and he was like kept bopping into the mic because he was like so aggressively like, no, let me up. So I have to give him like 5 minutes for him to be appeased.
Oh my God, he's fucking
He looks like
hilarious.
he loves you so much. I see why you're like as obsessed. Look at him. He's just, for the listeners at home who don't have a visual, Murph looks like he just found like his lover is coming back from war right now. Like cannot take his eyes off of Eric.
Oh my God, the whole mouth is open. Murph, I adore you.
I don't think Prince has ever looked at me like that.
Cats just have that nonplussed thing, like, I don't know. You feed me, I guess we're cool.
Hal looked at me like he loves me, but he's like, yeah, that's my bitch. You know, it's not like, oh my God, like my fucking soulmate just was holding me in his arms.
I think Murph like satisfies like a real narcissistic part of myself, because like, man, there's so much. That's like my number one fan right there.
That is
This
love
guy.
right there.
Yeah.
That is true love.
What I was gonna say was, to be honest, I was just like such a fucking lush, and like I did and drug use and all stuff that like I drank all the time, but anytime I'd ever say back then like, oh, I love this drink because of blah, blah blah, it was like bullshit. I just wanted to get fucked up. So like I enjoyed like gin and tonics because there was like something a little like refreshing about them in the summer. But realistically, I know that's like,
oh, man. That is such an alcoholic's favorite drink.
It's
Right.
true. But you know, after Suzi just said that about the like, I gotta admit, like because I do like a lot of work around my house, and like after I do something that's kind of punishing in the sun all day, toiling, I will say like that is the one thing I was like, man, like that's like a more rewarding drink than like most others. Like when you get like that big ass like stein or pint whatever at the bar after you've like worked hard all day or you're celebrating something, like that was like a real treat. But
well, there's so much cultural programming around that too. Like,
very true.
Yeah, that's
so
I was
much.
gonna say something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the dads with the beers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very American thing, but it's not even just you see
It's very-
Germans and they'll have all the beers.
Yeah,
You know, they never
fucking-
make it a fucking problem. You know?
Back in the days, like Vikings would come home and, you know, like long day
Yeah.
of killing people. You get a beer and hang out with your
Yeah,
buddies.
well, it'd also be like a meal, you know, something like
Yeah.
hearty too, to like replenish you.
Yeah. There was like a
I was,
period in America where the water was like too toxic to drink or something, and so people were drinking basically beer instead of water for a long time,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
in
shit.
early
Yeah.
America, I think.
is
I
that what
don't know.
Aaron Brockovich is about?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking love that movie.
I did too. I was just rewatching it recently. I was like, dude, what a powerhouse performance by like not just her, but like,
Right?
everyone in that movie. It's a great fucking movie.
I know. I was so happy when like she got with the dude, and then he was like watching her kids, and she could get like more shit done. And I'm just like, she's just like killing it
Yeah,
in those outfits, you know.
it's a great movie. Like if you want, like while you're making your like weekly to do list, you put that on. You're like, fuck yeah, gonna get all this shit done. Someone wanted to know if hell was a real place, do you think that you would go to hell?
Well, they're probably maybe talking about in relation to my new song,
Oh, maybe.
"Special Place in Hell,"
Yeah, it
which
sounds
is
right. Like
hell.
they must
Hell
know.
is a place in the song. It's L.A.
Yeah.
But I mean, so yeah,
And here we are.
I've been there. I grew up there.
Or I
I
guess
grew up-
you're
I
not
grew
here
up in
yet.
hell.
I was gonna say you're no
Yeah.
longer there though, right?
No, I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place. Yeah, no, I don't see myself spending like my 30s really settled in LA. I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to settle, but it's not there. But I wrote the song. It's a love song about warning somebody who wants to come to LA who's never been there before. You know what kind of place it is, and you got to look out for people. So yeah, hell A. But
Nice.
shit, yeah, I've been in it for a long time, and now I'm finding my way out of it.
Where are you from in LA?
Long Beach.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. LBC.
LBC.
I know. It's just, you know, I've played like all of the venues, and
I feel that. I feel
You
everything
know?
you're saying. I'm also from here. I'm also over it. I just don't know where else the fuck to go.
Yeah, I know it's difficult, but it's like, you know, I think that growth, that change of scenery is something I needed so badly, because I
Totally.
would have just stayed in LA, you know, but my
Mm.
boyfriend's from DC, and that's what the song is about. It's about when we met, because we played Punk Rock Bowling Festival in Vegas.
Oh,
And
nice.
he had never been to LA, and I was like, LA is the coolest, man. You got to come to LA, but also better watch yourself, because LA is like not for everybody. And anyway, long story short, he came out to LA, and we lived together for about 9 months out there, and he was fine. He told us, you know. But I came back with him to the East Coast, and I just love it. The change of scenery. I love the brick. You guys, there's so much brick here. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Brick is really cool. And as far as touring and being an LA musician, you know, LA is so fucking isolated. You have to drive for 6 hours just to get to Frisco, or 6 hours just to get to Arizona. Whereas like on the East Coast, it's a lot more like the UK in a sense, where like, which I've toured a lot, you could get around, bing, 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 Philly, Jersey, Boston, New York, fucking Ohio, Detroit, hit all of these markets in a way shorter, you know, tour span. And I was intrigued by that. And just kind of challenging myself to be in a new place and see if what that comfort, you know, because it'd gotten so fucking comfortable for me in LA, if I could like, can I build a life somewhere else and find another crew? Like I just really want to expand the community that I'm a part of. You know, I'm a part of a really cool scene in LA, and it's not just punk rock, it's a bunch of these amazing musicians, you know, that I've gotten to meet through playing for years, but it's like there's more of them and I want to go find them and, you know, continue experiencing new places, new people, all that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
How long have you been out there now?
Well, like since August, but I've been back to LA quite a few times.
Nice.
Yeah. I still consider like my spot in Silver Lake, you know, like I have a place there, you know, so, and I'll always go back to LA to do things and see people, you know, it's like, yeah. And it's weird because being here, it's not like I've been able to actually meet anybody yet, really.
Yeah.
Right.
But also just being out of my day-to-day routine that I had gotten into back in LA, you know, just the same old place, the same old things. Just being in a new place has been really good for me.
Yeah, hell yeah. What's that? I've always wanted to go to that punk rock bowling festival. Is it, how much is the bowling actually a part of it? I've just always been curious.
Well, it started as a bowling tournament with a couple bands playing. Yeah. So I went to my first punk rock bowling when I was 16, and they had it on a way smaller scale. Oh yeah, it's been around for a long time. But it was so small when it started. It was literally just a bowling tournament where a couple bands would play that night, you know? And then it's evolved, and now it's this big, huge fucking festival. It's really impressive how much they've grown in like the 15 years that they've been doing it. But they do still do the bowling tournament. I haven't seen a bowling tournament at Punk Rock Bowling since that first time I ever went a bunch of years ago, you know. Now I kind of stick to the main festival, and for me it's about seeing bands and being a part of that. But people fucking bowl and win prizes and do all that shit, you know. The cool thing is on a smaller scale, there's LA Gutter Punks, which play at Corbin Bowl in Van Nuys, and they're run by, it's a bowling league, and they're run by one of the brothers of the two guys who runs Punk Rock Bowling. So it's like an offshoot of Punk Rock Bowling, but a smaller scale for people who actually want to bowl, you know.
Gotcha. Okay.
And 2 summers ago I was on the league with my roommates and we had a team called Hey Ho Let's Bowl.
I like that.
It was fucking fun, and they would have bands play at Corbin Bowl, and it was every Sunday night, and we did it over the summer, you know. And I haven't done anything like group team sports-ish, you know, since I was in fucking high school. And it was really cool to go and do this thing every weekend and hang out with other rock and rollers and see bands. And, you know, you don't have to be a good bowler or anything. It's not super competitive. It's really just fun.
How did your team do, though, out of curiosity?
You know what? Doing it every week, you get fucking better. Like, fact.
Oh,
you actually get better. Yeah.
The last time I went bowling, it was like a company that I was working for, and I like had a brief period working for this like corporate place, and like it was funny because I just went and I hadn't bowled in years, and I feel like this is how bowling always is for me. I either am the lowest scorer, or I'm just bowling strike after strike after strike.
Yeah.
And I destroyed everyone else there, and I won. It was amazing.
Hell, you're like, it was amazing.
It was your night.
And I swear I could have probably gone back the next day and like not been able to hit a pin. Like, I don't know how it works.
It's so weird like that, especially when you're not like a regular bowler. And we started to get more competitive. We're like, oh shit, we're coming up in the league, you know?
Yeah.
Let's get good. let's have some practices in the weekdays and shit. We didn't actually get better. What we did figure out was that there was a certain amount of drinks you could have where you're killing it. Right?
I call everything that involves like I call it the bowling threshold because of this whole thing, because like you know how it's the same with like shows, like that if you have a certain number of drinks it's going to be amazing, but if you have anything over that it's it goes way downhill, and I call it the bowling threshold because I established
it's a real fucking thing. I want to say it's like 3.
It's different for everyone.
But once you go over that, there's no coming back, you know, and so,
then you're just having fun.
We learned the hard way, and we had a lot of fun.
So do you think you would go to hell then, is the question?
Oh yeah.
Bowling hell?
No, the original question for what got us on
both. And my answer was I grew up in it.
Okay, got it. Nice. Hell is a real place.
Los Angeles, California.
It's probably, I'm guessing also this question might have been motivated by the Lil Nas video.
Sure.
It's sweeping the nation. It's so funny because I keep getting people reaching out to me being like, or like I'll see a lot of, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Like a Lamaze class, like the breathing for pregnancy?
No, Lil Nas. It's okay.
Oh, yes.
I just found
out. God, I'm such a fucking idiot. I honestly thought you said Lamaze, and I was like, is there like a trending Lamaze video where a woman's like breathing
like Lamaze in hell?
Oh shit, I'm a fucking idiot. Anyways, continue.
I don't know, I just think it's funny because I've only, and this is probably speaks more to like how my friend groups are curated on social media, or like the bubble I've put myself in or whatever, but I've only seen people talking about how other people are offended by it. I haven't actually seen anyone be offended by it, which I just think is funny that people are even offended that other people are offended by it. It's just like this whole fucking pain cycle that we put ourselves
in. You know what? I couldn't really get through the whole video, mostly because I just didn't really like the song, and for me, like that's when you lose me, right? I don't know. It's just too much. I don't really care. But the video I liked was the cowboy one from before. But I didn't know this guy existed until like 2 days ago when my older sister texted me about it and was like, haha, you have a special place in hell video and you and Lil Nas should do a hell video. And I'm like, is that the guy fucking the devil thing? She's like, I think the devil fucked him. Okay, but this is my older sister, the mother of my nephews, right? Who, when my fucking song came out, I was like, it's going to be on Pandora radio, you know? And I'm like, and I know she listens to Pandora, and my nephew, who is 5, loves Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson and Metallica and shit. And I'm like, yay, he's going to get to hear my song on Pandora. And she goes, oh, well, I don't think that's appropriate. I'm like, are you just being like so salty right now because you're my older sister?
That sounds like how my sister, that just sounds like such a sister thing. Like, oh yeah, no, I don't think your art's gonna fly in my household, sorry.
Right? What the fuck is that? But you're like down with Lil Nas. Okay, I see how it is. You're just being a dick.
Yeah.
Kaylin,
stuff. Okay, so yes, if hell was like a real place in the Christian mindset,
what is that what you're saying? Would I go to hell?
Yeah. After you die.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, this is a really deep philosophical question in a lot of ways, especially you're asking someone who's on a little bit of mushrooms. So I feel like this
just what's your McDonald's fast food drive-through answer? What do you think? Do you think you've lived a good life? Do you think you deserve a place?
So we're doing it like by morality.
Let's just do morality.
But the thing is, by Christian standards, by original like Christ consciousness standards, I'm doing my best. So I think no, but by like modern day Christianity standards, like of course, like yeah, I would end up in their hell.
Yeah.
But because I don't believe in it, no, I can't end up in hell.
Oh boy, okay.
So I don't know, it's tough.
There goes that feedback.
At the end of the day, it's all just you know, you don't really fucking know because we're not the ones making any sort of judgment call.
Right.
You know, if and when that was to happen. Could be pleasantly surprised. The gates could just open.
Yeah.
And they're like, Caitlin, we've been waiting for you. You are fucking rad. Get your butt in here.
I think the only way to end up in hell is if you like create a belief system that you think it exists, and then you judge your own morality at the end of your life, and so you decide you end up in hell. Because I think that's just like your consciousness would already have built this substructure for your reality, you know, once you're like out of your physical body. So Eric, what do you think?
I think both by like Christian and just like morality standards. No, or yes, I am most definitely going to hell. All right, so the next
Am I the only
question.
one that feels like they're going to heaven? Like, without?
I think Caitlin was saying more or less she would go there. I don't know if I would, honestly.
I'm going wherever.
You're going somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I mean,
I think I'm
at
like, least
we don't
limbo.
even fucking know what it is. It's so hard to speculate on that, because I think someone's personal hell would be different, you know, for everybody. Like, what the fuck is it even, you know? And it's really hard to say. I mean, heaven for some person could just be to come back as some sort of spirit and watch over their family. Yeah. You know, but it's not the same kind of heaven to some, you know, like where your soul ends up. And I believe a lot of shit and kind of anything is possible. So it's really hard to say.
Well,
what would your
Belinda
idea
Carlisle
of heaven
thinks that heaven is a place on earth.
I know. She's cute. I love her.
I do too. A big Carl.
Well, I think we kind of just are like constantly existing, you know, like there isn't really a place where you go and you stop and you're just chilling now.
Right, it's like dreaming.
Yeah, and you know, time is a fucking illusion and it's cyclical, and like all the energy needs to go somewhere. And I don't know, we might be trees. That's something I've thought of when I was really stoned before. What if souls are trees, you know, and there's just so many souls? Where do you put those souls? Not all of them can come back. We have too many fucking people, you know? So it's like, really, I don't know. We could be fucking aliens. We could be chilling on some other planet too.
We're aliens somewhere.
Seriously.
Hey. I
don't know. I would like the opportunity to ask some questions of some sort of higher power, you know?
That would be cool. I have thought
that seems interesting.
Yeah. I have thought that before, how like it'd be like, oh, it'd be nice like when we die, if like I did get a chance to like ask a bunch of questions to someone who knew the answers.
You can do that now too. You can do that in meditation, you know? Like you can do that like with automatic writing and like all these things.
I always get back a busy signal whenever
little
I try
pendulum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy signal.
Okay. We got a couple more questions we gotta get through real quickly.
Okay.
I see Eric just like asking his higher self questions, and it's just like a mouse drinking a gin and tonic and smoking a cigar and like, come back later.
Yeah, exactly. Like the pit boss style, like rat.
Oh my gosh.
Eating on like the Swiss cheese with all the holes in it. Friend of the show who's in the YouTube chat, hello no halo, asked, what inspired you to play guitar and what pick do you use?
Ooh, let's see. I was never inspired to play guitar. It kind of got forced. It was forced on me.
Oh my God, same. Well, not externally, but go on. You go on.
Wait, how's that happen?
My older sister, she actually told me one day I was going to be in her band, and
that's great.
I didn't really have a choice. And the conversation went like this. Okay, so what do I have to do? She's like, well, you have to play guitar. I'm like, okay. And then what do I get out of it? And she goes, you get to wear cool clothes. You don't have to go to school, and you get to meet a lot of guys.
Ooh,
and I was like,
that's all true. Hell yeah.
How old were you and her at the time?
I was 15 when I joined her band.
Oh wow.
And she was 19. So yeah, she had like a 15-year-old. Yeah, well, you know what? We both did acting, and we had agents and a lot of modeling when we were little kids and stuff. So there was always kind of like this theatrical kind of like performance element. My sister would wear these big vintage gowns to high school with like giant rhinestone necklaces and her big black gothy fucking hair, you know, she had a fucking vibe. And to me, she was the coolest person in the world, you know? She still is, even though she's an asshole. I love her. I think that's
I love that she's like, I'm gonna make you play in a band, and then I won't listen to your music.
Yeah.
Right? I know. It's perfect. It's just such a sibling relationship.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
but also we talk all day, every single day, you know,
That's
and it's
nice.
like we're best friends. We always will be. Yeah, so it wasn't one of those things where it was like, oh, I was a moody teenager and I needed some way to release my angst, you know. It was more like, oh, here's this thing, you better get good at it. And I love performing. I always wanted to be an actress when I was a kid, and just, you know, getting like, I don't know, just getting the attention of people and doing crazy shit. So I looked at it as a tool to just get me to do something cooler than high school, you know. And
Yeah, I love when I hear another
fuck.
girl saying, or another woman saying that part of why they learned to play guitar was to like meet guys, because you always hear that storyline with men, you know, where they're like, oh, like guys learn to play guitar to get girls and whatever.
pick up
And
chicks,
like,
man.
yeah, you hear it for women, it has this more like, oh, like this empowering thing, or like women in music and like all this stuff. But I'm like 100% a huge motivating factor when I started playing guitar was that like it went from me, it like upped my number, like, you know, like my
Like quality and coolness too. Like musicians are cool, you know. And if you're a music lover, you know, I mean, that wasn't like the primary thing, but the whole lifestyle of being a rock and roller was so much cooler than being a fucking cheerleader in high school, which I also did. And my sister was like, you can't be a cheerleader. You're embarrassing me. And I'm like, but I love team sports and I love people, you know, like, can't I be both? So my first show I ever played with her band, I actually wore my cheerleading uniform on stage, but it was a Halloween show, so I was like dead cheerleader.
Nice.
You know?
Nice, yeah.
And I guess that was very actually symbolic of like my life changing at that moment forever. But we got signed to a label really quickly, and I graduated. I took the CHSPE, and I graduated high school early and went on the first tour when I was 16. And I didn't know all the chords, and I wasn't a great guitar player. And even to this day, I wouldn't consider myself a guitar player. It's a tool that I use to write songs. I'm a songwriter, and I've always written songs. When I was a kid, I've always had notebooks. It's lyrics and like the structure of songs that when playing guitar is how I get my songs out, you know, but I'm not like riffy chick, because it's just not the interesting part of it for me. That's other people's passion, you know, and my passion is.
I feel that I relate to that a lot. Totally.
I mean, it's different for everybody,
Eric
right?
knows.
Like, there's no right or wrong way to do it. And that's the beautiful thing about the world of music. You know, you make it work for you and your version of it, as long as it's just fucking authentic and you're proud of it and you're stoked on it, like, then it's cool, you know. And don't judge it or compare it by other people's shit, you know. Just
fuck yeah,
do it your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What about they wanted to know also what kind of pick you use.
Oh yeah, that's
oh yeah. Well, since I'm not interested in gear at all, and I really just need any amp that turns on, and I'm sometimes in tune.
Same.
Yeah, the gray Dunlop 0.78 with the grippy grips on them.
Yeah, those are sick.
That's like one of the very first ones I ever used, like 20 years ago, and I still to this day.
It's just the right thickness, you know? Yeah, I like those.
For the most part.
But I'll play with any pick I can find on the floor at the club if I forgot to buy a pack of picks before the show, which is often.
Overall I prefer thinner to thicker, I will say, when it comes to picks. And I know.
Yeah.
But the only problem is like they always like go flying on my fucking fingers, because I always like get like the ones that are too like thin, like I'll be playing too hard and I'll go like way out of them.
Yeah, and like if you set them out on your amp, because you're like, oh, I can reach back and get them. They all just fall off your amp at some point, and then you lose like a pack of picks, you know?
Yeah.
No, but I think it is important to, you know, I might not be like super passionate about guitar playing, the craftsmanship of that, but I'm very serious about my songwriting, and that is something I work really hard on, you know. And then they evolve so much when you add other instruments. And, you know, when I start something as just the chords that, you know, I get out the basic structure of the song, they grow and they grow and they grow, and collaboration later down the line is super cool when you bring in bass and, you know, other guitars. And it's funny because, you know, I've got my boyfriend is playing lead guitar in my band now, and he's the one I met at Punk Rock Bowling, and he was the lead singer of his band, but he didn't like being the lead singer of his band. He just wanted to play guitar. And I'm like, well, that's fucking great, because I just want to be the lead singer and play rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
And so joining forces, we both get to be in the role that we really wanted to be in, you know, and he just gets to sit back and fucking riff, and I don't have to worry about that shit anymore.
I like it. That's actually match made in heaven right there. That's perfect.
Or
really
a match
is.
made in hell.
Hell, oh.
Ha 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 ha
So, someone wants.
Those are my little devil horns.
Those are great. Someone wanted to know if you are afraid of the dark.
I mean, it depends on what kind of dark we're talking about, right? Because if it's going to sleep in my bedroom, I need every single light out. And if there's one single light, even a little blue light in the corner or something, I will find that light and I will cover it. No light. But if it's like a spooky place or outside late at night and it's dark, you know, no, I don't like that. I don't want that. So it really just depends, right?
Yeah, that's why I wear a fucking sleep mask, because it, like, I need it. Not only should it be like dark in the room, but then like add like an extra layer of like make it fucking just pitch black.
So much sleep.
Were you
all the good dark sleep?
Were either of you scared of the dark when you were kids? Like when it was like time to go to bed, would you guys need like any light or anything like that, or were you guys both kind of comfortable immediately out the gate with it being dark?
My only thing is I don't like the doors being closed. For some reason, I have to sleep with the door cracked. Yeah, I know it's the opposite.
But that's how the monsters get in.
Yeah.
I don't care as long as they can get out. That's what I'm more concerned with. I think though it's because I grew up with
like, roundabout, like where like they come kill me, but I need to make sure that they can get back to like their life, you know?
Yeah, like I don't want to
because they've got other people to kill.
No, I think it's because I grew up with so many pets, like, and I just didn't want to ever like miss an opportunity to be snuggled in the middle of the night, and so like I just have a weird thing about.
That's adorable. No,
you can come in and snuggle. I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to,
exactly. Like,
yeah,
one eye kind of like
available.
open, like where are they?
It's exactly how it was. Yeah,
that's so cute.
Well, there's nothing better than
you
like
have
waking up.
Your animal does need to go in and out.
Yeah, and then otherwise you have to get up and open the fucking door for the cat that's like
Yeah.
I know, right? And the second my cat starts scratching, I fucking bolt up. You know, it's like maybe I even know scratching before she even scratches, but she wakes me up at like 5 a.m. every day.
Oh yeah, I 100% think that cats can like telepathically control us, because the one time my cat Dinah that passed away last year, the one time in her life that she was out all night, she got out is before they were like proper outside cats. And I finally just like went to bed and I like didn't know what to do. So I left a window open. I went to bed. I woke up walking to the living room at like 5 a.m. I woke up standing. That was the first time I've ever woken up.
Weird.
And I opened the front door and she was just walking up the driveway. And
Oh my God.
You psycho. How did you do that?
Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, she called you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's funny you say that, because we have an outdoor cat as well. And this happens all the time. I'll go to open the door and she's already there. Yeah. You know? And it's like she didn't meow. I didn't hear anything, but it was like I just knew, you know. My boyfriend will do it too, and it happens like really often. So I don't know. She must be sending some signals. Cats are so cool like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Murphy's cool too, though.
Yeah. We stand Murph, of course. We love you, Murph.
Murph.
Someone wanted to know, are you afraid of robots?
I mean, the dog ones are pretty fucked up, right?
Oh yeah.
You talking like
those
the little
don't make
toy
me
ones?
feel good. You know, the robo dogs.
Are you talking about those new ones
Like
that they have like in Japan now, where they go around like the parks?
The
and stuff?
cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those things are
Those don't
fucking
make
creepy.
me feel good in my tummy.
Yeah.
I feel pretty weird when I see those.
That's like definitely Big Brother types, like Orwellian type shit going on with those things.
Yeah. But I'm fascinated by robots. You read like articles about, there was that Twitter one that they created, and then she started like making up her own language within like 5 hours.
Ew.
Shit
That's
like
creepy.
that. I'm
That's
like,
even
damn,
creepier
they're
to me.
good. You know? It's terrifying, but I'm fascinated, and I think it's too late to stop them now. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
I do like when they made that hitch bot a few years ago, the one that was going to like hike across the United States, and
Oh,
it only made it from New York to Philadelphia before like a couple drunk Philly dudes like just beat the ever living shit out of Hitchbot, and it only made it like
Oh my
2 days
God.
into its, because what it was like a robot that would like ask people like, can I hitchhike with you, and like they were going to document it. It was like recording everything. They were gonna make like a huge travel blog and be like, it was like an experiment for, I forget like the whole backstory, but it was an experiment. It only made it to Philly, and a couple drunk Philly guys fucking beat the shit out of it, drunk
I love
outside
it.
a bar. And there's like pictures of it like in the alleyway, like, help me. Like,
It's pretty much how he would end up if they tried to hitchhike across the country right now.
Yeah.
Right, and stopped in Philly first.
Yeah.
Like that was your first mistake.
Yeah, start in LA, buddy. Although I don't know, there's nowhere safe anymore.
it makes me
Yeah.
feel good though, because I'm like, I feel like, you know, robots, they're not going to uprise quite yet. We got enough drunk dudes in Philly that are going to help keep us safe as a nation from the rise of the
I don't
robots.
pull a picture of this robot beaten up in the alley.
Yeah.
I have to know what that looks like.
Look
yeah,
it
I'm
up,
scared of
Hitchbot.
them.
There is a Hitchbot. Look it up. You'll enjoy the picture.
Okay,
It's great.
I
Someone took
will.
a picture of it all like fucked up in the alleyway.
Cool.
Okay, so we are running a little bit over the time, so we're going to do our quiz right now.
Cool.
We do a quiz every single week, and we scour the depths of the internet to find personality quizzes. This one,
This is great.
yeah, this was developed by Sarah in 2002. A little bit much
All
older.
right,
so this is
Sarah.
early days. 3 out of 5 stars. The reason why we're doing this is because Suzi here does host a show on Instagram. One more time, remind me, what's the name of it? It's
Rocking Closets.
yes, where you talk to other
Yeah.
musicians about like their fashion. They show off like some of their favorite pieces in their closet. And
Mhm.
so we are going to do, what is your fashion style?
Ooh.
Yeah. The little description.
I want to know.
Yeah, we're going to find out. How many times can you remember asking your friends and family how a certain outfit looked, or if it made you seem unseemly? Now you can find out your own personal fashion style, what you dress like, and what looks good on you. Smiley face emoji. Question 1. What color shirt are you wearing? Oh, they're going to ask right now. Is it red/black, orange/green, yellow/white, blue/purple, or anything left, and then parentheses, which includes other colors, stripes, or patterns?
And
Big
the
reveal.
answer is wife beater.
Oh, going with the white. All right.
Classic.
What?
Super classic.
Yeah. What style of pants do you
And
like?
it's chopped up and stuff.
It has to be. What style of pants do you like best? Boot cut blue jeans, cute shorts, what pants? ? I like skirts/dresses better, or capris.
Well, I fucking hate skirts with like every ounce of my. I don't even think I own a skirt at this
Really?
point in my life.
Damn.
I hate them. Yeah.
Fuck out
And that might come from years of playing in the all girl band with my sister, where like our look was pinup girl, so we wore these like tight pencil skirts on stage.
Right.
I hate skirts. I guess what pants.
All right. What pants?
Yeah, I mean, I love a blue jean. Like, come on, man. But
Yeah.
where's my option for like black leather fucking skinny jeans?
We'll see. It might come up. It might not. Sarah, for all we know, was a 10-year-old who made this. We don't know quite.
Yeah,
what
let's
Sarah.
go. Let's go with what pants.
Yeah.
That's would be my go-to. I fucking hate
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
wearing any clothing. I hate if I could just not have a body and just float around, I would.
Just an orb.
Soon, Kaylin.
Yeah.
Soon.
I know.
We're so close. We're so close to making it happen. What fashion accessory do you like best? Hair clips/bands, bracelets, earrings, necklace, or anklet?
Ooh, wow, anklet. That's a close one. Well, I fucking hate bracelets. You will never see me wearing a bracelet. That's like the most annoying thing I can imagine is having something on my wrist. I'm gonna have to go with earrings. I pretty much wear like a hoop earring almost every day. And I got these for 79 cents at the thrift store today.
They're cute. What is it?
Cute.
Yeah,
they're
like little
triangle.
They remind me of that 90s S that you would draw on your nose.
Oh yeah.
I was actually thinking that S everyone used to write on their like fucking whatever on their binders and shit.
And they're neon
so
pink,
good.
but it also kind of looks like a little DNA, right?
It does.
Oh yeah.
The whatever
Double helix.
Helix, that's the word I'm looking for. There we go. Anyway, so earring. Let's go with earring.
Excellent. I like, by the way, Suzi, like all your like hard like stands. Like I fucking hate bracelets. Like I like that's like there's just no like in between. Like, well, I like a few bracelets. Like fuck bracelets, fuck skirts. I like it.
Yeah,
you gotta take stands in
this
this.
thing.
Yeah, you gotta take stands on this.
I mean, that's how you develop a personal style, right? You have to feel strongly about things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What class do you like best? And then parentheses. Hey, it doesn't sound relevant, but it works. And here are your options. PE, math, language arts, art, or what? I don't go to class. Have a guess here.
Ooh, well, art was my favorite class.
Oh, nice.
You know, and that's kind of probably the most typical answer for a musician, but PE would be a close second.
You liked PE class?
I loved PE because, you know, you just kind of actually ditch PE at PE.
Well, that's why I thought you'd go with the what?
Friends.
I don't go to class because it just seems like the freebie.
Yeah, but it was specifically PE when we could get away with this, you know?
That's
I
true.
feel that very much. We used to run the mile. We do like the mile run in high school.
Around school.
Like it was like around the
keep
neighborhood.
on running.
Well, what?
Sometimes we would keep on fucking running. Like, you know, you just find a place to fucking hide and then you come back for your last period or you don't come back at all.
We would do that all the time to the point that our teacher started, he would follow us in his fucking truck. Like he would get in his truck and then drive behind all the guys as we ran around the neighborhood.
Running.
What's up?
Stay on track.
You just run.
Yeah. It felt like something out of like, I don't know, Dazed and Confused or something. I felt like I went to like a small school like in Texas when that would happen because it was like very much like this guy just get his truck and like drive on and be like, hey, let's go. He'd call us scaries. He'd be like,
keep
come on,
it
scaries.
moving, kids.
Yeah. How many shirts do you own? 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 1 to 5. Does it count the ones I borrow from my sister, or I can't count that high? Damn.
I'd say like was 10 to 15 an option?
Yes.
Let's go with 10 to 15.
All right, we'll do a quick
How
little.
many shirts do you have?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a lot of shirts.
Shouts out to.
I feel like I have like 50.
Oh, okay. See, I don't try not to have too much stuff. I don't really like shirts either. Can't I just wear ball gowns and fucking bodysuits everywhere I go?
Yeah.
I don't even like wear them all. It's just like a lot of them are like sentimental or it's like band merch that someone gave me.
Yeah.
And I feel bad getting rid of it. But
I know.
It's all my own merch.
Nobody will know.
You take one picture, you post it up on the social media, be like, oh my God, thanks at this band. And then you get rid of it.
You know, I don't feel comfortable in most t-shirts. I don't feel like myself. It's hard for me to find shirts that actually make me feel good.
Yeah, I
love
the ones that I do that do feel good. I will like save them forever, or I will go like buy like multiples of like that same shirt because I'm like I really like the fit of this. Like there's like a few band shirts where like I've bought like 2 of them just because I'm like I really like it. Fits really good. Fuck it, because I'm gonna end up going through one of them.
Forever. Hey, they get so cool too when you like wash them a bunch and they get soft and shit.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. I probably have more like gym shirts than I have like going out shirts and stuff.
Yeah. Real quickly, shout out to the.
I have a sick Boston shirt where it's like a UFO.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I want to see that.
Classic album. Shouts out to our YouTube people who are in the chat. Sorry, I'm just kind of seeing these. But Jason said,
hi, YouTube friends.
Hi, people. Jason Frazier says, fuck classes. Recess time, bitch.
Fuck
and then
yeah, Jason.
hello to Roxy and No Halo and Jason. Anyone else that's
Hi,
in the
guys.
chat? Back to the quiz real quickly. What kind of shoes do you wear during summer? Sandals? None. Hey, it's summer, isn't it? Whatever's in my closet. Tennis shoes for camp or flip-flops.
Those are my only
I was going
options.
to say, like, whatever is in my closet is kind of a cop-out.
Yeah. Well, I guess
You know what?
you'll never see me in flip-flops.
Okay.
You'll very rarely ever see me in tennis shoes. I'm probably still going to be wearing little black booties all summer,
Okay.
but sandals, but they'd have to be with some sort of heel, like a block heel. I don't
Yeah.
wear a lot of like flat shoes.
So are we going with that?
Another thing, growing up, my mom always wore high heels everywhere she went, so
Yeah.
it's like ever since I was a teenager, like I always wanted like a little heel on something.
Hell
And
yeah.
it took me until I was about 23 to buy my first pair of Converse. Like I don't, I had to wear tennis shoes in like school and stuff, but like I don't really feel like myself in tennis shoes.
I feel that. Honestly, I like wearing my work boots the best. they're broken in and they
That's the
fucking,
fucking style,
yeah. And actually, they go with most of my other shit. Honestly, I love it.
right?
So,
You doing okay
little
with that,
behind-
Caitlin?
I'm just thinking about how I have to share this because it's making me laugh so hard right now.
Yeah.
But before we did this show, Eric used to sleep in his jeans. And I made Eric buy pajamas.
Oh, Eric.
And I don't like live with Eric or anything. I've never even met Eric in person. But I just could not stand the idea of one of my friends sleeping in jeans. It's just the
my
saddest
God.
thing I've ever.
To be fair, all
Why
right,
do
this gets
guys
brought
do
up.
that?
What happens is because like I'll come back from work and it's like I got like my like fucking work Ben Davis shirt on, like my jeans, all that. It's a process. Like it's the boots. Like eventually everything falls off eventually, but sometimes I fall asleep before the jeans take their fucking curtain call. Caitlin.
My boyfriend has done that many, 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 many times.
Yeah,
And
hell
sometimes
yeah.
I let him get away with it if he's that tired.
Yeah.
I would
But
take
that shit.
his fucking pants off if not. I mean, not me, but
No, but I know what you mean. But it's like sometimes it's like you gotta just let the guy have a win. When it comes to like coming home from work and you're fucking tired.
no, a win is not sleeping in jeans.
I know. But like
that is like the
what's
definition of being
point?
defeated by society.
Yeah. What I think is the worst about that though is that you're bringing the dirt from the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And your bed is supposed to be sacred and special and
I'll
clean.
I'll concede to that. Yeah.
It's called self-love, Eric. And Caitlin, I'm so glad you said something.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I made him like show me the receipt and everything.
Yeah.
I need to
You
know
bought a fucking pair of pajamas,
what's really
right?
happening. Like,
Did
That's so funny.
Did we decide on a summer shoe?
Oh, sandal. We're gonna go with sandal. I guess. Jeez.
How do you do your hair on the weekends? Down. I'm not even allowed to wash it for a week. I dyed it green. Simple, like a ponytail. Something creative and elaborate, or a bun and clips, just to keep it up.
What was option one?
Down. You wear your hair down.
Yeah, I guess that. I don't really do anything with my hair. This is like actually just slicking it back is the most thing I've done with my hair and ever. Like usually I keep it pretty short, so I just kind of go like that.
Yeah.
And then it's done. Yeah, but I never learned how to like properly style my hair.
Well then, you know what?
I think that's down.
Yeah, I think that's down.
Down, right? But it's also up. Out is out an option.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be me,
I
like
wear
just
my
like
hair
a
out.
natural letting it do its do. What?
Yeah.
What do
Ben
your,
head, baby.
hell yeah. What do your nails look like? Short and stubby? I try to grow them long, but they won't, so I just paint them. I could care less about my nails. Technically, couldn't care less. Painted with a wild design or really pretty. They are manicured with something like French tips. Let's see. Let's get the big
well,
reveal.
I painted them just for you guys for tonight.
Oh, hell
Ooh,
yeah.
I really did.
I like
Those
that.
look
Those are sick.
They're just gray.
No, that's great.
My favorite color.
I was going to say,
There we go.
Caitlin talks about that's her favorite.
Is it?
Well, I guess I don't need to go into a whole story, but yeah, gray is like what I consider like my auric field color.
Yeah.
Like when it's like peaceful, it's beautiful, and like it reminds me of clouds, and clouds are soft and serene and calm. Yeah, I love it.
Gray's gorgeous, and it's one of the Pantone colors of the year for 2021.
Ooh.
Gray and
Sweet.
like a soft buttery kind of yellow, and they're supposed to signify like a clean slate, optimism, neutrality, like this kind of fucking like soft, everyone chill the fuck out sort of vibe.
I like it. Yeah. Fuck, that's actually, I kind of get that. Like,
relax. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with short and stubby, because when you are a guitar player, you can't keep long nails. I mean, you start playing guitar and it's like when I feel the nail hit the back of the fretboard, it makes me like.
Those guys like grow their nails out long to like play with them for finger picking. Ugh, imagining those nails like clacking against the strings like does something internally to me that like I cringe like on a bone like molecular level. Like there's grinding that happens inside me.
No, it's not. That's not cool.
Not at all. What do your socks look like? Mine are just plain white. I don't wear socks. They have a cool design or print. They say something across the top like flirt or cutie.
Ooh.
Or I could care less about socks. Flirt. Flirt socks.
I mean, I could care less about socks. All of mine are just black ankle socks.
Nice.
So is that white, but it's black, or is it I could care less?
Oh, what do you, Caitlin? We'll give you the ruling on that. Is wearing all black ankle socks, is that kind of the same as like mine are just plain white, or I could care less about socks?
I think that's I could care less about socks, because someone who specifically always wears white socks is a different type of person.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. No, you're right. You're right.
How would you describe your own style? Conservative, crafty, vogue, outlandish, or red hot with 2 T's?
That's ridiculous.
Sarah, what were you doing when you made this quiz?
I'm going to go with crafty, because I do sometimes take things that aren't meant to be worn a certain way and then,
repurpose them.
Fuck with them, and, a necklace as a belt, or a belt as a necklace, or whatever.
Now, question 11.
Red hot baby is my second choice.
Well, here we go. This question is, now have someone else, like a friend or relative, so maybe we'll have Caitlin do this, describe your style.
Okay.
So Caitlin, would you describe her as conservative, crafty, vogue, outlandish, or red hot? 2 T's.
I'm going to say vogue.
Ooh, vogue.
Damn, goddamn.
Have a girl.
Hell yeah. That was great. I know what to use for the teaser.
I'll take
now.
It.
Final.
That's an honor, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Question 12. The final question too. Did you actually answer all these questions truthfully? And don't lie. And here are your options. Of course, maybe, mostly, kinda, sorta, maybe, or absolutely not.
I'm gonna go with kinda, sorta, maybe.
Oh shit, we got ourselves a little liar. All right, let's compute these scores.
The moment of truth.
Okay, you got fun/crafty. You are not exactly sure of your style right now, so till then, you're going to mix and match for the right look for you. Until then, you'll smother yourself in cute tanks, hot teas, and super cool outfits. Oh, that last part actually hit it on the nail. No,
actually, the first part too, because I've been reflecting on this since I started rocking closets. It seems like everybody I know has a very defined sense of style, and I have no fucking clue who the fuck I am. Like, you know, and that scares the shit out of me.
Rocked in
because
Closets is like your soul searching
Yeah.
vehicle, basically.
maybe it is, yeah, because I'm like 100 different styles all the time, and that psychologically that doesn't seem very healthy. So I'm gonna dive into this a little further and see what the fuck is going on. Like,
What have you
you know,
seen?
and I don't know, maybe like that's okay, maybe it's
Yeah.
okay, but maybe it's not. So I'm not really sure. That quiz fucked me up. What have you done, Eric?
It was Sarah from 2002.
Damn it, Sarah. 10 years old.
Hey, she's
Wise beyond
like
her
our
years.
age now, technically. If she was, which is kind of crazy to think. She might be in this fucking Zoom chat right now. Did you just a quick question before you start wrapping things up, and now I'm really curious. When you've done your show, the few episodes you've done so far, have you seen any pieces that you would like someone pulled out from their closet where you're like, it's something you would never have bought for yourself, but now you're like, fuck, like I need to get my hands on that. Like it's so outside your maybe quote unquote comfort level or fashion kind of sense, but something that you're now like, I need to get fucking one of those.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I've only interviewed 4 people so far. You know, definitely when I interviewed Caitlin, I have thought about your robe with the feathers.
Oh shit, the infamous.
Many times it has crossed my mind.
Yes, hell yeah.
And actually,
lingerie.
Nice lingerie has come into my mind. So there's that. I think more than anything, it's inspiration, you know, and it's really cool to see how other people, you know, pick things for themselves and that connection to what they're wearing. But always you got to be authentic. So it's not like I'm going to go out and copy someone's exact thing, you know, but it inspires me to find pieces, you know, and it just makes me want to shop more. Let's be honest. I can't stop shopping.
No, I really encourage anyone who's listening to tune into that if you haven't already. And I was so like, I was kind of thrown when you asked me to be the first guest, and it really made me think, because I feel like I tend to think of myself like, oh, I don't have like a style, but everyone has a style.
Everyone,
you know, and
everybody.
And but it was interesting because it really made me like kind of take a step back for myself and look at myself in that way. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, and the way I dress now is so different than how I used to dress 10 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever. Right. And it was actually like really fun to go in my closet and be like, what does this say about how I relate to like my persona and like who and like what makes me comfortable in the world. Yeah. So it's funny because it's like something that seems so like, I think people kind of deduce fashion to be like this like sort of superficial thing, but it really does say so much about a person. And like we have to face it at some point, like that is our way we express, whether we're ignoring it and like throwing something together and trying to be like, oh, this doesn't matter. Like people are still seeing that it is still a reflection of how you feel about yourself and how you present yourself in the world. So it's like, it's cool that you're doing that whole series and like giving artists this opportunity to like kind of talk about that aspect of, because it is a huge aspect of like, if you're a musician, the way you dress is
and your image,
you know?
and how you relate to the world and how everyone sees you. And you said it perfectly. I didn't even know when I kind of came up with the concept exactly really all those levels of it, you know, like it's kind of become more clear to me as we've gone along that this is an interesting topic of conversation that most people don't get to dive into, you know, but it's such an important part of ourselves and who we are, and just another window, you know. But Caitlin, we have to retape your episode.
I know. We had a lot of tech. I had a really fucked up internet connection or something. I don't know what happened. It might have been me
too, dude. I had Instagram problems for the next 2 ones, and that's when I switched to doing Zoom, and now I'm like dialed in. I know what to do, and I really want your episode to like be up there forever. you
Yeah.
know?
Okay, yeah, I definitely want to redo it. I'm bummed because that was like a perfect hair day for me, and it just
Your hair
happened.
was fucking hot that day.
It
Yeah,
happened
was on point.
naturally. It was like just like air dried, and I was like, "Who is this?" And then literally
Who is-
since then, my hair has just been out of control, and I
We're
like
gonna blame the weather.
yeah.
Well, this will be a good segue then. Where can people
Yeah.
find those episodes? Where and when do you when do the episodes air?
Yes. So now the episodes are gonna live in two places. It will be on my Instagram at the Suzi Moon on my IGTV, and that's where you'll see, you know, more like behind the scenes clips and things leading up to it, maybe pictures of me with the artists I'm talking to and stuff. But the full episodes are going to be on my YouTube page, and that is youtube.com/Suzi Moon Official. And this has been a journey for me. I never intended to get into the interview game. It's just not, it kind of came into my life a lot like music, you know, but I think when new challenges knock on your door, it's the universe's way of saying, fucking take this and
Hell
like
yeah.
step it up, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful that I've started doing this, and it's been so interesting to talk to people that I admire, that I find interesting, and just sharing that and trying to give back to the community in a way, a new way of doing interviews and letting people talk about themselves. And for me, it's been fucking cool. So yeah, I air a new episode tomorrow. Thursdays at 7:00 on the Instagram is when they're going up. So I'm trying to go back and forth between like men and women. Oh, I'm gonna have all different types of people on the show, but right now it's like I'm just trying to keep it interesting. So you're not just gonna get super high fashion-y people, you know. I've got some street punks, crust punks, you know, like art punks,
OnlyFans
fashion
punks.
designers. Exactly.
Yeah.
Leprechauns. Where did you get those shoes? I don't know. You know, just I'm just having fun with it, and people that I think are interesting. So
Awesome.
the feedback has been really good so far.
Yeah,
and
it's
we're
great.
just gonna keep rolling with it.
Hell yeah. And then music. We got some, it sounds like we have some exciting new stuff coming up in your music
Hello?
world. Did we lose you? Oh no, Suzi.
Well,
Oh no.
we'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
back. You're back.
There
Okay,
we
yeah.
go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, when's your album coming out?
Oh yes, the album comes out May 21st, and actually
Yeah,
I
it's a
did an
Taurus album.
unboxing. I did an unboxing video before I got on with you guys, because my vinyl came in the mail the other day, and it's right
Oh
here.
shit! Damn, that's fucking
Yeah.
badass.
Sick.
That's way
Thank
sick.
you. And it's a really fucking surreal feeling,
shit.
you know, to hold your record in your hands.
Yeah.
And it's so
Yes.
much bigger than, like, I knew it was going to be this big, but when you look at all the art on like the computer or your phone,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you forget. And then to hold something this massive that's like a real vinyl record, and it's my face, you guys, like, what the fuck?
So cool.
It's
That's way
pretty
badass.
cool. Yeah, so I do want anyone who's listening right now to know that inside there are bonus pictures.
Woo.
Yeah,
Hell
we
yeah.
did like this kind of, my inspiration was like Betty Page meets Lux Interior from the Cramps kind
Hell
of
yeah.
vibe, you know.
My hero.
Sick.
So
Love
there's
that
there's
fool.
more pictures in there. And then the pre-sale, there's 200 pre-sale on this beautiful blue
Oh shit.
Woo.
That's
vinyl.
sick.
So
Oh,
yeah.
that's way awesome. The cover, that's like a sick, like, and the back too, like it feels like an iconic album. Like that looks like
It
something
really
that people
does. Yeah.
would like post up like years from now and be like, this is like what got me to fucking play guitar right here.
You know, I know it's a little provocative, and that was intentional, because
Hell yeah.
you know, you never know if you're going to get more chances to do anything.
Right.
And I really just wanted to make something that, like you said, kind of iconic, you know. And it's like, it's stupid to say that your own shit's iconic, but I wanted to at least try to meet the level of the people who've inspired me.
Yeah.
You know, like what would Lux Interior or Iggy Pop think
Yeah.
was cool, you know, and what am I inspired by? Like really classic punk rock and roll stuff, you know. And I want to be on that level. That's, you know, that's where my heart is. So it was just really important to me to do something that I was proud of and I was happy with. and I can live with this. And you know, if this is the last fucking thing I ever do, I'm really stoked and I'm really proud, you know, and that's all I could ask for.
Hell yeah.
That's what making art is all about.
May 21st,
Right?
you said?
May 21st, the record's out for sale this Friday. The first single, Special Place in Hell, and the video for it come out on all digital streaming platform thingy majiggers.
Hell yeah. Perfect.
So
We'll post
yeah, shit's starting to happen.
Fuck yeah. It's all happening. All right.
It's all happening.
Yeah. Classic. Almost famous.
You guys are fun. Can't we hang out all the time?
Well, we'll do this again. We'll
Yes.
have you back on the show for sure. Suzi.
Yeah, once you come on our show one time, it's like you'll never
Yeah.
stop hearing from us.
Yay,
Exactly.
next album, Caitlin, I'm just coming to your house and we'll do some mushrooms and I just want to be there.
Yes.
Suzi, thank you so much for
Yes.
coming on our show. I had so much fun.
Thank you. Me
Ka-
too.
Caitlin, as I always say, thank you for being the co-host with the Mohos. I'm going to say good night to y'all.
Good night, guys.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Caitlin. You guys are awesome.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Mwah.